Guerdon Enterprises, leaders in modular construction.
Guerdon's purpose is to eliminate every off-site function that we can possibly eliminate by getting it done here at the plant. First, limiting the number of people, the scope of work on site, the amount of trash on site, and the amount of materials that is needed on site to finish the unit.
Guerdon's factory technology really does lend an advantage in two general areas. The speed of production and the speed of construction is really quite dramatic. We have literally been successful in taking 2/3 of the time out of the construction process as compared to site build. The second area that I would point to is the area of quality, and there is very definitely an improved quality in building in a factory environment. Everything that gets done is done in a particular workstation by a team of people who have all done that work each and every hour of each and every day. And that assures a higher level of consistent quality. What Guerdon has is a system where they have 26 different workstations, beginning with a floor system, structural floor system.
This area right here is our floor department. This is where everything gets started. This is our floor jig. The jig's made out of, as you can see, very solid steel. It's got straight edges built into it, and the straight edges are designed to keep the boxes nice and flat. And then quality control, along with the supervisors, will be cross-measuring and constantly measuring these boxes and roofs as they go through to maintain that they're square and that they're even. Then if you'll notice the overhead cranes above, these cranes will swing over and they'll pick up this box and they'll transfer this box over to this jig to the next station here. This area here is where the actual mechanical, the plumbing, the wiring, and the HVAC gets installed inside the interior of the box. If you'll notice here, everything is run systematically throughout the floor. It's all hangered systematically throughout the floor. When these floors leave this building, they'll travel into the main body of the plant.
After the floor station is the wall build station. Walls are framed with jigs to ensure that the dimensional correctness of that framed wall system is absolutely perfect. After these walls are built on the table assembly, the system of overhead hoists pick up the finished wall, lift it up overhead, and essentially fly it to the station on the production line, at which point the walls are actually nailed into place.
At this point in time, all your interiors and walls have been set, they've been screwed together. Your tubs, your showers will go into place at this point in time. Your stools are all plumbed in, everything's ready for your sidewall area. And this next area is where our long walls will be set. These are our main structured walls on the long side. So all those are built, they're picked up with these hoists, they're carried across and set onto the box and attached to the interior walls and the floors.
For the ceilings and the roof assembly, it's essentially the same thing. Those ceilings and roofs, as the case might be, are built off to the side of the line in a jig. They are built to dimensional perfection.
This is an offline area where we construct all of our roofs. We'll lay our sheetrock flat on the tables at this point in time, and then we'll come back and put our trusses over the top of the sheetrock. And then our guys will get on creepers and they'll actually roll up under the jig and they'll screw all of our sheetrock up to our trusses. So if you look at the roof hanging, that's been mudded, all the seams have been filled, all of it's been taped, and that's been prepared so that when it flies over and actually connects to the box, the ceilings are complete except for the final tape and texture. This is basically an upper view of one of the units. This is after all the walls have been completely tied in. All the main rock has been put up except for your back panel areas, and this unit right here will be ready for this roof that's going to fly over. The very next station is the roof set process, and you're looking at a roof that has flown over and it's now been set and it's been connected. Once the roof is connected, then we'll be inside, we'll be running our wiring, we'll be running sprinkler lines if the specs call for that, we'll be running trunks for heat ducts, so forth through the building till that's complete on this roof.
While this framing exercise is occurring, the MEP trades are in the module doing rough plumbing, rough electric, rough mechanical. The exterior begins to be completed, and that involves all of the normal sorts of insulation that one would find in a typical site-built home.
Once the roof set is complete and we've got our electrical and we've got any HVAC that may be in a particular project in the line, then we come back and we're going to insulate our roofs according to the specs that are called for. We'll foam in fire stopper areas. We'll put insulation throughout the roof lines. We'll also start applying our OSB on the exterior of the building. At this point, we'll have our nailing patterns and make sure that those are completed correctly. The OSB is glued and nailed. All of our walls have been insulated, and basically we put strapping across our walls in multiple locations, and that's just to hold the insulation tight into each bay. As we move into the next areas, it's really picking up our exterior areas. In our exterior areas, we're going to install our patio doors, we're going to install all of our exterior windows, we're going to install our Tyvek paper, and it'll continue down until they start siding it.
When the unit hits probably around station number 8, drywall is being taped, then textured, and then painted. Cabinets are installed.
This is really starting of the final finish area. And the final finish area is when we do all of our tests, all of our plumbing tests, do our electrical high pot tests, test all of our systems, and then get into finishing up and cleaning the building for shipment.
By this time, we've nearly reached the end of the Guerdon line, and as the final step, shrink wrapping is put around all of the units, and with a handheld heater is heated up and shrunk to fit each of these finished modules.
Once it gets down in this final area, we'll back a carrier up under the box, set the carrier down on the box, secure it, strap it, and it'll be ready for shipment.
The whole factory build process, the way Guerdon Enterprises manages that process, really ensures a consistent quality product that has an absolute minority of errors.